All right, jumping back into weather coverage now. We're continuing to track the heavy rains hitting our region today, bringing flooding to parts of the area. KDKA's Ricky Sayer shot this video on the Parkway East. You see the pools of water on the road right during the evening commute. And in Mount Washington, the intersection of Virginia Avenue and Olympia Street is underwater, threatening to take over the sidewalk and nearby yards. And in Monroeville, Mosside Boulevard, PennDOT just announced Mosside is now closed between Haymaker Road and Route 130 due to the flooding there. Many spots tonight where things are a mess.
And you do not want to drive through any flooding on the roads. We already saw some images of cars underwater.
Yeah, and reports of cars stuck in water, people being rescued from cars in the water. And a lot of times people think it's okay to take a chance, but you don't know what's under the water. You only see the top. So if there's something under there that will stop your car, that'll stop you because that water moves things. Two, your car's not built to drive through water. It's not a boat, and you'll get stuck, and somebody's going to have to find a way to get you out of there. Now, I know Swift Water Rescue has been deployed in parts of Allegheny County and Westmoreland County because people are stuck in cars and in some cases stuck in their homes, and the water's continuing to rise. Now, we have some good news. Where the initial flooding started to occur was essentially Monroeville through Murraysville back to Export. The heaviest of the rain has shifted down to the south, and that rain is now from South Park to Rostraver back to Mount Pleasant. Greensburg, it's lightening up for you. And in this area, we've seen 1 to almost 3 inches of rainfall in some cases here. So still some heavy rainfall amounts. And in this area, when we switch over to the live radar, you can still see we're getting a pretty good rainfall, Rostraver to Elizabeth, and then again around Mount Pleasant, especially just to the west of Route 119. So we still have some heavy rain in the vicinity of where we've had some big time rainfall totals already, and that could cause additional flooding. So there's still some concern down here. Now we work up to the north, and this is where we've had the biggest rainfall totals. And this is to the tune of 3 to 4 inches of rainfall along Route 22, especially along it just south of Route 22, coming out of Monroeville, almost back to Wilkinsburg, through Monroeville, Export to Salem. And in this area, which includes North Versailles, that got hit pretty hard, there's still active flooding happening, even though the heaviest of the rain has shifted out of here. We have some scattered showers, but they're lighter, but that rain that fell just accumulated on the ground and still needs to find a way to get out of where it's currently located. So still some issue with that. So the heaviest of the rain right now is in southern Allegheny County and Westmoreland County. We do have some batches of heavy rain up to the north. Now, in the Newcastle area, there was some flooding earlier today. You have some heavy rain nearby. We're watching that for you as well. You don't need any more water up that way, but still some storms draped along I-80 and down to about Route 422. But for the rest of this evening, we have areas of heavy rain that are going to be sticking around. Flash flooding is possible and is actively happening in places. If it's not flash flooding, you could have some ponding on the roadways, so you're going to want to take it slow anyway. Always turn around. Don't drown. If there's water-covered roadways, find a different route. You do not want to get stuck in water, especially with water rising around you. And that's oftentimes how people get themselves caught in the worst of the weather situations. Tonight, more rain. That's going to start to lighten up. We'll see some areas of fog, especially where we've had those 2 to 4 inches of rainfall this afternoon and evening. Tomorrow, after some early showers south of I-70, we're going to start to clear it out. We'll get a little sunshine in here. It's not going to do a whole lot to dry us out. I think it's still going to be kind of soggy around the ground. And then on Sunday, we're going to get another batch of rain and thunderstorms trying to move in, especially during the afternoon. Monday, some scattered storms. Tuesday, some scattered storms. And then we are going to dry it out. But we're going to have to watch these storms because the ground is saturated. And when you have a ground saturated as much as what we've seen, you don't want to see any more thunderstorms moving into play. But next week, especially the middle and later parts of it, we will get some time to dry out.